May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I said I am dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one I used to know, where those treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
There it is. We're just working on stuff. We started a whole new system with OBS instead of Streamlabs OBS, so we are all over the place today, and I apologize to you guys for the clicking in and out during the starting soon and all that. We were working with things.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Is it really going to be fun?
No.
I mean,
But that being said, though, we're just going to kick this show off. Today is Wednesday, January 25th, 2023, episode 7 of this year. Today we have a wonderful guest who obviously goes by Wheels. We're going to continue to call him wonderful until he pisses us off.
What is up? Lamar is mid.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We also have our co-host here.
Fuel the fire.
Who took the unorthodox takes last week.
Whatever.
So based on last week's takes, with the Cincinnati being the 6th best offense in playoffs, who went against the 1st best defense.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Statistically, it's supposed to be a thing. Whatever.
It is what it is, right?
Bill shit the bed.
Appreciate it, Steve. As always, on the mic, you have Johnny G, who keeps us in reality.
That's not true.
Debatable.
That's not true.
But I'm glad to be here, guys.
You guys are hilarious.
Guy lives on a rocket ship.
Enough with intros. This week, first thing is, I hope everybody out there won some money this weekend. And if so,
$200.
you know where we're at.
You won $200?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Bonus bet for the Bengals and the 49ers.
You won $200? Mm-hmm. Oh, when are you going to help out on the podcast? Open mouth, insert foot.
I plan.
Do it.
Oh, no. There it is.
Oh, no.
All right, what are we doing?
No, I messed up. I apologize. So I was going to jump right into the breakdown for this weekend for all those people that didn't see the games this weekend.
Just do it.
I got to make sure I got the right TV.
Just do it.
So for all those people who didn't see the games this weekend, you have Bo's breakdown today. And this one is for all those 10 and under. Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, I'm not doing that. Peg leg Patrick
come
Mahomes,
on.
captain of the Kansas City Chiefs, was hobbling up and down the field on one foot after being sandwiched by 2 defensive linemen of the Jacksonville Jags. He was begging to stay in the game despite looking like a toddler learning how to skip, and pouted like a toddler when he was told to go to his room. That is the locker room. He did return, and they did just enough to snake by the Jags in Arrowhead. Congrats, Jags. You were surprisingly entertaining for the tail end of the season. I would bet we see you in playoffs next season, but don't tell that to Calvin Ridley. It may cost him another year. 27-20 Chiefs in the AFC Championship for the 5th straight year. Next, we are going to look at the Bills versus the Bengals. Things the Bengals did right, got the ball in the air to their playmakers. O-line helped establish a run. Defense forced Josh Allen to beat them with his arm, or half an elbow. On the flip side, the things the Bills did right. 1. No, that's 2. They did nothing right. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. That was the difference in this game.
That's true.
But at least Diggs and Allen have great chemistry, and nothing can tear that apart. 27-10 final. Bengals going to Burrowhead versus Pegleg Mahomes for the AFC Championship rematch. Eagles waxed the Giants 38-7. In regards to the Giants, much like the Jags, I'm like slurring. Much like the Jags, not much to be expected from this program. But thank you for beating those sorry fakers up in Minnesota, Giants. Appreciate that. The Giants, they looked outmatched and outplayed on every facet. I wonder if they woke up and they knew they were going to be mediocre at best.
Oh, God.
The Eagles looked phenomenal, Yoda would say. Gained the yards they rushed. And he did 112 and a touchdown.
That was good.
Eagles' deed made Lego Man, Kendall, fake Eli look embarrassed and outmatched.
Oh, God.
Game was over before it began. On to the 49ers and Cowboys. This was a defensive battle. Both quarterbacks looked human. Both offenses stalled, but 49ers caused 2 turnovers from the turnover king himself, Dak Prescott. CeeDee Lamb was hyper-targeted and utilized, but he couldn't do enough to make it work. 49ers 19-12. They will be in Philly next week to take on the Birds. And that'll be it for Bo's breakdown this week, man.
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Good job. That was fun. I should have probably practiced the Yoda voice before I jumped into it. I thought I did that pretty decent on the fly.
Right. Yoda's okay.
Gain well, they did. I should have had you do it.
No.
That was pretty good.
Great game it was.
All right. So for all you out there who, I don't know, didn't see those games and everything, that was the gist of it. And then from what we're going to do now, we're going to jump into probably a big portion of our show today, I would have to say, and that is probably news and rumors, just because of it's getting close to the offseason and everything that's going on out there with the NFL. It's playoffs or offseason at this point. So we're going to shoot it over to Steve and see what we got for news and rumors.
Where's my flipping intro?
Breaking news.
You're lucky we have a picture and you want an intro.
What picture? Look at that. Look at it. Oh, that's right. That's my camera. Hey, what's up,
yeah.
everybody at home? Ha 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 ha.
I'm hoping for Saturday or next week we'll have something.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What a nice. See, this is why he's my brother, and
We're
I also
working on
love
it.
him. Anyway, do you guys hear Jeff Bezos is willing to sell the Washington Post in order to buy the Manders?
So the WAPO owner wants to buy. No, I can't. That's racist.
Wumbo.
That's racist. The
Wumbo.
WAPO franchise. Oh, that's That's Guapo.
No.
My bad. My bad.
Got him. That was per the New York Post.
Yeah.
All right, but that's
Washington Post.
That's
No,
why.
no,
It's
no.
the
Oh,
New
it was
York
only
Post
Washington Post.
Okay.
posted about the Washington Post
Yeah.
because they have to tell stories about
Well,
each other
yeah.
in their own little circle.
Bezos owns the Washington Post.
Correct.
That's what I
So
just
that,
said.
that's okay. I'm just yeah. Too many
WAPO wants to buy
Washingtons.
the Guapo
Too many Washingtons.
franchise
Yes.
because they can't be Redskins
Oh. And they're tired of being the football team.
and they're not good commanders.
And they got to have pigs as their
I gotta
logo.
say their pig is the
You're right.
is their
Yeah, but that-
mascot.
And they were
going
to have it as a dog against the Browns, whose mascot is the dog.
Yeah, I mean, we're the elf. I know you guys can't see because of the light, but
Oh, yeah,
Brownie.
we're the elf.
Brownie. Brownie's my dude.
We need to be Brownie.
Well, he's in the 50. and
I
that's-
actually saw a
I don't
cartoon.
like
Oh,
the new
sorry,
one. They
we're so
should've-
off topic. All right, sorry about
Anyway.
that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's America. It's America.
So what is the question? Is okay? Now what's the question? What is the statement to that? Do we think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, like, does Jeff Bezos?
I mean, we know what the
For those of you
Waltons
who
have done.
don't know, he's.
Will
Yeah, I
he
mean-
still be able to do the Amazon Prime with the NFL? Or
It's going to cost another $15.
Would that
Oh.
fall through because technically he
That's-
already has stake if he owns a team? Is he allowed to use his own streaming service that he also owns?
That's a fair question. I don't know.
There's no such thing as collusion in football.
There's absolutely zero
No,
collusion.
not at all.
DeMar Hamlin. Bill O'Brien back to the Patriots as OC.
Smart, very smart.
For Bill O'Brien, yes or no?
No, for you moving along that
I
fast.
Eat the hook. Anyway, yeah, Bill O'Brien's back, and he has experience with Mac Jones, so this is gonna be good news for I don't know, probably everybody in New England. What is that? That's funny.
So that's The Shining.
Yeah, is that Josh Allen on the right?
It's, yes,
Is that Josh?
because he's
That's
never.
Josh Allen during the DeMar Hamlin incident. You heartless bastard.
Well, so the reason I did that is. But the reason I did that though is because Josh Allen is probably never going to see the playoffs again.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I agree too.
There
Yeah,
it
That's
is.
where it's
that's where it's taken from, boys.
But I never understood it.
Going off of that real quick, since 1990,
Oh God. Yeah.
4 different teams have made the playoffs every year. So I think the Bills obviously stepped back, and I think this was their year. I think the window has now closed for them to make a contention to make it to the Super
We're going to
Bowl
get into
and
that
win it.
later.
Yeah,
So,
we're gonna
moving
talk,
on.
We are going to talk about that, right? Because I mean, 4 new teams every year, free agents. There's a bunch to talk about. There's a bunch to talk about the Bills. The massive fakers, the Bills. They let me down here seriously, and they made me look like a
You-
flipping idiot.
Jacksonville let me down.
Yeah.
And he let Sean Payton down.
Well, Jacksonville let me down too, since they're
Sean Payton picked Jacksonville by 4.
Well, you know, I mean, I guess that's why he's not a hot
He's not
commodity.
picking a team.
He's not a hot commodity anymore, according to Ryan. Anyway, that was a dumb take. Saquon turned down $12 million a year. $12 million. He wants closer to $16 million a year.
Excuse me?
Let
Yeah,
him
wait, hold
Are
on.
you mental?
walk.
Are you mental?
Thank you. Sorry, I know. I'm sorry. I'm
Let him
still
walk.
getting used to the. Yeah, let him walk. That's too much money.
Bye-bye.
Can you maximize that area
Yeah,
so Steve
'cause
can see it?
I
'Cause
cannot read that. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I can probably read it, but can you max
You
it so
can
Steve
read
see
that
it?
from here?
Well, I
He's
can't
got
because it won't
20/20
show in the whole
vision. I'm
scene.
blind. So I don't know what's wrong with you.
No, I want you to like you did before, max the whole box.
there
we
it
go.
is.
Okay.
Can they see that, or is that just
No,
for me?
that's
All
just
right.
you. They only see that, so they're okay.
Oh yeah, that's the one I sent you. Yeah, he was offered 12 million during the bye week. The bye week.
I don't know what week they're by. I think it was somewhere
Doesn't
around week
matter.
10.
It was
Yeah.
mid-season.
I wouldn't even tag him because I'd save the tag for Danny.
I mean,
Give him
Well,
one more
so
year.
first things first, right? So Saquon wants more than 12 million, but he won somewhere around Christian McCaffrey money, so he's probably going to want around 14.5 million to 15 million. And I don't think it's so much the money as much as it is the longevity. I think he probably wants a 4-year contract, not a 3-year or a 2-year. But I think this being said, he already did come out and say he wanted to be with the Giants.
Yeah, because he wants money.
But he wants 16 million. So what is it? Is it I want 16 million or I want to be with the Giants? Because you can't have both.
You can't have both.
Well,
They're not paying anybody else on that
But the
roster.
Giants would be
They got
halfway to
45
do
million
that.
in cap, I think, next year. But
Galladay is the only one that's getting paid right now.
Yeah,
and
they should
as far as I know.
they need to
they should take
trade
him out.
him or something, get rid of him.
Take him out back and just
I mean, they need to do a Brock Osweiler trade
Bang.
with him. And just, bye-bye.
Who?
A Brock
Brock
Osweiler
Osweiler,
trade.
yep.
The Browns won't fall for that again.
Maybe
I don't
the
know. They've
Texans
already
will.
taken 2 big contracts from quarterbacks.
That's
from
what he just
Houston,
said. That's the
so-
joke. That was the joke. That was the
The Chinese don't want you, then I
that
don't
was the
either.
joke, Jonathan.
He ruins everything.
This guy. No, they've already taken 2 contracts.
John's like, I will shank all of you
No,
guys after the show.
He's creating something
Who's
really
the one
bad.
behind the buttons?
Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god.
Is there
Yeah, no.
anything? What else we got?
Are you going to pay Saquon 16?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You
Jimmy.
would pay him 16 million a year
No, I wouldn't.
for 4 years? No, ain't no way.
Now here's the thing. So top 5 running backs right now making money are Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah, CMC.
Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, and
Chubb? Is it Chubb?
no, Nick Chubb's 6.
Oh, okay.
And then the other Aaron Jones.
Jimmy's right though.
So the question is Saquon better than any of those guys?
Oh.
he did step down as CEO.
Oh, did he?
Shaquan, I don't know. I mean,
Saquon? Oh, Saquon. Shaking.
Shaquan, no.
So,
When he's on the field full time, yeah, but how much can you trust that?
so for the Giants, their cap hits is Leonard Williams is a 32 million. Galladay's 21.
That's cheap.
Adoree Jackson is 19. Dexter Lawrence is 12. Andrew Thomas is 10. And
Right,
then
but
that's all.
you don't
That's
even
8 figures.
But you don't even have to look at that because there's a lot of opt-outs, and then on top of that, you have a lot of situations where like Daniel Jones has to sign. So like you said, franchise tag, but they have some cap space for next year. And if the cap does go up about 15 million, which is expected, they're going to have plenty of room of cap space to sign him. Plus, you're talking only 12 to 15 million for one guy for the year. And you're going to hit a lot of other guys in rookie contracts, I'm assuming. Some younger guys coming in, you're going to draft.
Is he
and
worth
actually, there's a lot going on in the draft. Do you have that Giants thing up real quick? Can you throw that up just as how many draft picks they have?
I do not. The only thing I see on Spot Track is just
No. The overlay I sent you.
Going off of that,
So right there, if you got to get those overlays in front.
Yeah, no.
would you rather have Josh Jacobs or Saquon Barkley for that money?
Shaquan?
Saquon? You want some Saquon?
I'd rather have Josh Jacobs. If I'm going to pay a guy 12 to 14, I'd rather.
Okay, so look at all those draft picks those guys have.
That's gutty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 draft picks this year. They've got some young talent coming in.
Oh, okay. That's hard to read. Sorry from here. Anyway.
No, he could. We could always click it. That's not for you.
Do you think they trade up to take a quarterback?
What'd you say?
Do you think they trade up to take a quarterback?
No, I think they signed Daniel Jones. If you look at Daniel Jones' accuracy and what he's done over the tenure of being there, I think
He works in that system.
everything works in that system. Honestly, look what Dable did. I mean,
with nobody.
I'm telling you, that's what I said last time I was on. So
I think you
Allen took a
trade.
step back with Dable leaving, and
Yeah.
Jones took a step forward, a big step forward. And I think it's just going to continue.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I mean, you could argue. I can't believe I'm going to say this. You could argue
It's just
that Daniel Jones
well, they've drafted old linemen every year, and they
is a
struggle.
more accurate Josh Allen.
You could argue that.
I could argue that. I mean, he's not as big, but
What do you mean by not as big? I'm pretty sure he's bigger.
Actually, I think he is bigger.
I think he's like 6'5". Josh Allen's 6'4".
That's what she said.
So weight wise, girth.
Daniel Jones is 245, and I think Josh Allen's 238.
I do not know. Saquon.
I only know because I looked this up the other day, and I didn't realize how big some of these quarterbacks
Are
were.
you in love with Daniel Jones?
What?
I think Daniel Jones is very underestimated.
I think he is.
He
too,
loves Daniel.
I think when you go pay a guy like Kenny Golladay, and you pay him Christian Kirk money, and then he doesn't do a damn thing since the day he signed up on that football field.
Let's talk about that real quick here, Bo. Because I don't disagree.
What
However,
about? Can you max that? I can't see that.
Saquon over Jacobs.
I guess I could look at it.
because
Hold on.
Jacobs is due for health concerns. Now, I think that the tread in his tires are wearing thin, personally, too. However, he's like 24, so he's coming into it. He's got 2 years, and then I think it's going to be a slide. I think it's going to be a real hefty slide. I think it's going to be like a Zeke.
Like we talked about, would you rather have peaks and valleys or
I like Hills. I'll take my Hills. I'll take my more consistent Hills.
And Josh Jacobs equals Hills, whereas Barkley equals
Peaks and Valleys.
Peaks and Valleys.
So there's only a difference in 7 pounds between Daniel Jones and Josh Allen. They're both 6'5". One's 230, one's 237.
Okay.
Who's 237? Is Daniel Jones 237?
No, Josh Allen.
Damn it.
My bad.
My bad. My bad.
They're literally like the same guy.
I guess I just don't see it because I don't watch Daniel Jones that much, and I never watched him at Duke.
Well, then stop talking about him and shut up.
Whoa! What is
now.
this?
The aggression is
No input on something you don't know about. That's it. Done. Move forward.
This guy.
All right.
Next.
Anything else in the news?
Yeah.
Next.
Bruce Arians. He's pissed his former assistant coaches are being let go. Apparently, he stepped away last year, during the offseason last year, to avoid the turmoil from his assistant coaches getting let go. I didn't realize that was such a big deal for them. Yeah, he's pretty upset about that. So I would probably expect maybe a little more movement there. I think if Bruce Arians comes back and does coach somehow, maybe Brady stays.
Did you accidentally put the They Mean Well up?
What do you mean?
I'm seeing They Mean Well.
No. No, you're seeing what I'm seeing.
No.
That's the thumbnail.
That's old. That's from last week.
Am I an idiot?
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, you're dumb. Anyway, so now on to rumors. So is Brady going to leave? Is it the Raiders?
I hope so.
I'm so
No.
tired of hearing about this, honestly.
It's okay, but we have to talk about it because it's
between him and
whatever.
Rodgers every year.
Now, Greg Olson,
I want to
though,
slit my wrist.
Greg Olson said he's worried Brody's going to kick him out of the Fox booth, which
Well,
I think.
Well, that's the plan. That's the thing.
Yeah,
is
but
that when
Greg
Brady,
Olson, and I don't even know who the hell his
I
partner
don't know.
is.
Greg Olson did a lot better than Romo last week. So.
Well, this year, Olson is like, I don't know who his partner is. I can't remember off the top of my head. But those guys were like the guys this year.
Who?
Olson and whoever his buddy is. I don't know who his partner was.
Was it?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Calling games for Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, those guys
Greg
sucked
Olson.
so bad.
They were the best ones this year, according to whatever.
According to who? You ever watched a football game with them? They're
Yeah.
horrible.
I mean,
I'll take Tony Romo over them all day.
I do like Tony Romo. Olson is great as a broadcaster. See, I don't hit that. They both. Oh, okay, KJ. You're just gonna be in chat now.
Jimmy, shut up.
KJ's in chat. I don't know what's going on here. Okay.
He wants to feel special.
Oh, okay. We're not doing a show. Oh, okay.
Your Olsen take. Why are we talking about broadcasters?
Because it deals with Brady.
And I told you the whole Brady thing to me is just
This dude
overrated.
said, "Hey, we're gonna talk about Brady tomorrow, right?"
Well, the only reason I said that is because
You never
Brady
told me about that.
No.
Brady snapped
Rumors.
Brady snapped on an announcer.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I said that. He dropped the F-bomb on an announcer twice when he asked, "What is your decision for next year?" And Tom Brady essentially came out and said, "Go F yourself." If I knew, you guys would already know. And we all know that's a bold-faced lie. He's going to be the LeBron James of the NFL, and he's going to hold it to the last second because guess what? That's what you call bad press. And bad press is good press because any press gives him money.
All press
If
is good
his,
press.
if his name is in the media at any point in time, he's getting paid to do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And you know who did both do that really well is
DeMar
Rodgers and-
Hamlin.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers and Brady, because
Yup.
every year we go through this.
Did you say
for
DeMar Hamlin?
Last 3 or 4 years.
Well, yeah, he's been trending for
Brady's
4
Stop
days.
it.
gonna retire.
Stop it. You're fishing.
Brady's gonna
You've been
retire.
trending for 4
Rodgers
days.
Gonna leave. Rodgers gonna leave. I'm so tired of hearing about
Why do you
it.
think the NFL hasn't come out and said anything about it?
Yeah, Rodgers gonna leave.
I think it goes to Tennessee. I think
Jonathan, you think Rodgers gonna leave? He's gonna leave.
He said Rodgers came out and said he's like,
I'm leaving. Meh.
well, he didn't say I'm leaving. He came out and said that
I'm the flock out of here.
I'll go wherever I need to go, and I will be willing to adapt to any offense.
yeah, but he doesn't like young wide receivers, and we saw that in the first half of the year.
I never understood that take. He never said he doesn't like young wide receivers.
I've never heard him say that. Anyway.
I don't think he likes them. I don't think he trusts them as much as veterans, which I can
Right.
understand. But
But that's also coming from.
He
someone
had
who
Devontae when he
yeah,
was young.
right.
He had
He's
Jordy Nelson when he was young. Now he has Christian
Randall
Watson
Cobb.
when he's
He had
young. He had
Randall
Randall Cobb
Cobb.
when he was young.
They need a tight end. They need to draft a kid out of Notre Dame.
I don't mind Tunyon, but he just.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Ah man, if they get
At
Mayer.
15, I think they're at.
They don't draft offensive weapons unless he can be really
That's
good in the
true.
block. They won't draft him.
Which Mayer can actually.
He's a plug and play.
All right. So anyway,
What else we got in rumors since we have to talk about a 50-year-old man who should be in a nursing home?
Now let's talk about a dude that I don't know.
also
He's a kid. Tua. Is he going to retire? If not,
He's No.
How much
His
does he have?
parents told him to retire.
How much does he have left on his contract? How many years?
I mean, he's still
years?
rookie or his
Two,
first year. Or it's
it's not his
one
rookie year.
I think next year is
I think he has
he's
2
on his-
years.
He's on his
I
rookie
think he has
contract
two.
still.
I think he has
Yeah,
two.
but it's not his rookie. It's
I think he
No,
has
no.
2 years left on his
Oh
contract.
yeah, and then they can fifth year him.
I think he has 2 years plus the fifth
The thing is,
because this is his second year.
Health wise, do you think he should stay?
That's his third year.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he has 2023, 2024. He's a restricted free.
Yep.
He's a unrestricted.
Yeah, so he's got 1 plus the
Opt-in.
fifth year option.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, yeah, next 2024 is the.
does he
option.
retire or does he make it to still being on the Dolphins, or they get rid of him?
It all depends on if he comes out looking like Antonio Brown next year.
That's a tricky
Antonio was never a good guy to begin with.
Stop it.
He was always there, like personality.
Antonio Brown was the most-
personality, not
Antonio
athleticism.
Brown was the most beloved person on the Steelers prior to that concussion.
Yeah,
Even
he
if you
was.
go back to his college years
man.
at Central Michigan, he wasn't much like Benny.
And everybody that said that they
Central
knew
or Western? I don't. It was somewhere in
that's-
Michigan. yeah.
everybody that
Who
said they
cares?
knew
Michigan.
Antonio Brown prior to the NFL and even in the first couple of years of the NFL, they loved him. They thought he was a great person.
I mean, just look at the Juju interview. After the year the Juju won MVP of the Steelers or whatever, he led the team in receiving. AB did him dirty, and he's like, "Man, I don't know what happened. Like we were friends."
Right.
It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I think he doesn't retire. I don't think he takes his parents' advice on that, and I think he comes back. And if he stays healthy all year, knock on wood for the guy.
You know what? It's the Andrew Luck conversation, man. It's the love of the game.
Yeah,
It's so hard to walk away from
Seemingly
something
he's
like
got
this.
it. I think he still has it.
You think Patrick Mahomes gets concussed 3 times in a season and walks home? Like, there's
yeah.
no way he retires after that. No
I mean,
way.
Look at Pickett the same way. He had what, 3 concussions this year? 3,
MVP season.
4, 2. So,
I'd rather listen to Collinsworth.
Yeah, that was he said that a minute ago. I wanted to laugh to
Oh
that
my
because
God.
I kind of agree with him. Olsen's horrible.
you think Carr goes to the Colts, Johnny?
I think so.
I think goes to the Jets.
Carter.
You think that
Carr.
goes to the
Carr.
Jets?
Carr. I think Carr goes to the Jets. I mean, that's
Send in the car.
Carr goes to the garage.
Carr goes to the
Mother of
garage.
God.
No, I think he goes to the Jets. I think that's a good system.
I don't see Rodgers going to the Colts because.
How about we worry
he
about
wants to go
coaches before we
somewhere
worry about where
where
quarterbacks
Oh,
are
that's
going
still,
to
next.
go?
Oh, don't
he's
worry,
still
that's
gonna be
next.
relevant. He's gonna have. I don't know if he would necessarily trust Pittman and.
Now,
That's exactly what I'm
whoever.
talking about. Pickman,
what
Pierce.
the hell is that?
Right.
Mole.
What is this? What is this?
Anyways,
I'm not going to talk about Carr just because it's not the off season. We haven't
No,
figured out
I didn't
coaches
bring up
yet.
Carr.
That was
He
my
asked a
bad.
question.
I'm
He asked a
sorry.
quick
No,
question.
you're
That's
fine.
all.
I'm reading chat. I'm trying.
Now let's talk about Sean Payton.
There's Carr in the.
Apparently,
That was
according-
Johnny who put Carr to the Colts.
According to people who may or may not be intelligent
That ain't anybody on this show, folks.
currently, Sean Payton doesn't have a market.
I think he does.
Yeah,
I think he should go to the Buffalo Bills.
he's a Super Bowl.
Bye-bye, McDermott.
Hey,
In
Ryan,
6 years.
where you at, Ryan? I'm fishing for a big one.
I'm waiting for Ken Dorsey to see where he goes.
Sean Payton has a market. It's just not here yet because there's not enough coaches been hired.
Yeah,
And it's one of those situations to where as more coaches get hired, Sean Payton's
he's a Super
purchase
Bowl
price will go
winning
down.
Coach. Super Bowl winning coach.
Do you
Yeah.
think McCarthy stays with Dallas or they get rid of him?
I think McCarthy gets it.
They
I
already
actually
said
thought they
that
were going to fire
McCarthy-
him by now.
They already said that McCarthy's staying.
I don't see McCarthy going anywhere, but I think they might go get an OC.
Who's their Kellen Mond? No, who's their OC?
I don't remember.
Kellen Mond?
No, what the
he
hell's
still
his name?
plays.
It's
Kellen
shit.
Mond's still a quarterback.
Oh, my bad.
But we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, it's
we'll
all
get to that in a minute because we're going to talk about deficiencies in a minute.
But that's all I got. I think Sean Payton's got a market. I think he's going to find a team. I just don't think anybody wants to pay him what he wants.
And I think it's early.
And I don't think anybody wants to give up one to get him.
Kellen
so,
Moore. My bad.
Kellen Moore, there it is.
Thank you.
That's what they don't want to give up a first
He's
round
actually
pick.
got an interview for a head coach job, I think. Kellen Moore.
I do not know. But yeah, no, I think that's what it is. Sean Payton is a market. I know certain somebody doesn't believe so. But I think that's crack rock.
Dak is trash.
He
And I
will
would
always be
agree. And you want to just. Well, we'll get into they meanwhile
Yeah.
first, and then we'll jump into
Yeah.
deficiencies.
Well, before we do that, didn't we have someone with
What?
domestic
What the hell?
domestic abuse?
Oh yeah,
part
we
of
can bring up.
Yeah, bring that up. I didn't have that in here.
Yeah, we could bring up a Menahu.
Charles Omenihu, poor guy.
So breaking, not anymore, because it happened like 3 days ago. It happened on Monday.
Was it really?
yesterday.
Yeah, Monday.
Allegedly
yesterday is
shoved
when
just
this
a
was.
random woman?
No, apparently she came out and said she was his girlfriend.
Right.
Oh, okay. So then,
It sounds like they got in a dispute, and he pushed her away from her, and she fell over, and she got a bruise. But they couldn't find any marks, according to the police report.
What?
I read up on this entire thing, and it's absurd.
Is this a joke, Jonathan? Why are you staring? Why? Why are you doing that?
He's circling the
Why-
bulge in front of.
Is that not screen shared to everybody else?
So no, it's not.
I have it up on the
They
screen.
can't see him circling the bulge.
No.
No.
You can't do that.
That's so funny though.
That is hilarious.
So, but I will say, if this
Not
has,
so him pushing a lady allegedly. Jesus
I
Christ.
don't think that this has any bearance on the actual game itself.
No.
Because I think he's still gonna play.
No, 'cause
Yeah.
that
He's
would
already
make
posted
Nick
bail.
Foles-
He's already out.
I mean, it's just another accusation until proven otherwise.
He's
And
gonna-
there's no bruise.
He'll get traded to the Raiders next.
Oh my
There's
God.
no bruise, and she
the
won't press
Ravens.
charges.
There's no bruise and she won't
Yes.
press charges.
Or the Cowboys.
But because it was
Yeah.
called in as domestic violence, he had to get arrested. Thanks a lot, U.S.
Actually, wasn't the San Francisco's 49er DN the one that threw his girlfriend on a bed of guns?
Hold on. What was her name? It was or what was his name? Oh shit.
I don't remember his name, but I think that was San Francisco's DN.
It might have been with a bed of guns. That's so funny.
That's
I want
awesome.
to
No,
get thrown
he
onto
literally-
a bed of guns.
No, I
my
don't.
God.
That's painful.
There's been a lot of.
That's a lot of
cuts in the
steel.
NFL.
Oh, Kyle's money.
Who was the guy? In, was it Detroit that went live and was pointing a gun at a?
Oh, that was
camera?
recently. That was recently.
They released
And he was
him.
threatening it out. He was
maybe,
threatening him.
Maybe not Detroit. It was he. I think he played for Ohio State.
No, he was on a professional team.
No, I think he. I'm saying I think he played college at Ohio State at one point.
Gotcha.
It was a corner, but I cannot remember his name.
Oranges don't bruise.
Don't.
Pillow sack of soap.
Those are prison rules, Bo. just you know a thing or two, which is shocking.
No, the dude's dabbles in a little bit of
Arnett was
everything.
the corner. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. For the Raiders. That's right.
That
The
explains
Raiders.
so much.
Right.
He was a Ohio State kid, if I remember right. Anyway.
So that's kind of it for news and rumors, I think, this week. Unless you guys can think of anything on top of your head
No,
that's come up.
I got nothing.
I mean, we've already talked about Rodgers, talked about Brady. That's enough.
Johnny gets an answer. He's getting real shaky over
He's
there.
not antsy. He
like-
knows it's the
getting
next
ahead of
step. He's the
himself.
one
Right.
that jumped on me.
He wants it so bad. He's like,
Well,
all
I
right,
gotta
don't
make
wanna
sure
do
you
it.
guys can
So
see it.
let's jump into They Mean Well for us, would you? Now you can't show us? What
Now
the
I
hell?
can't see.
Now
What
we
are you
can't
doing?
see.
What is
You
this?
had this up.
What are you doing?
everyone-
You're good.
it.
You're good. Go
What
ahead. Read it off to us, Johnny.
I
The
love
first
messing with
one
you so
is Cincinnati Bengals
Let it out.
calling
oh
out.
my God, that is an L.
Yes.
Oh my, is that Michael Jordan's
Yes.
face and pose as
Yes.
the Buffalo? Jesus.
Yes.
Man.
That's dirty.
And that's the reason why this is there. It's not about
And it
Joe
says
Mixon
bump.
calling them out
Oh,
about
man.
everything that happened last week. Disregarding them for the off-site or the neutral site tickets and everything else. Talking about Cincinnati Buffalo. It's about whoever this guy is giving Buffalo the loss with Michael Jordan's face, which is the greatest thing.
Oh my
since
God.
Lamar.
I want to
and
make that
Michael
as
Jordan.
Buffalo's new logo.
We could
Hold on. Hold on.
try to implement this on every team's logo.
Hold on. Is this verified?
That is Buffalo's logo.
No.
Oh.
Mahomes and OJ.
No.
You got ahead, you son of a bitch.
Oh my God. Hold
The
on.
next one is
This might be the greatest.
Brittany Mahomes,
I've ever-
Patrick Mahomes' wife.
Oh my God.
From last week, W, suck it, Jags, ha ha ha. And Patrick replying saying, hey, babe, take it down a few notches.
1 minute, dude.
And OJ responded, hey, Pat, give me a call sometime, man. I have some ideas for how we can reduce distraction.
There's no way
Just a
that's
couple
real.
life hacks I once used to relieve stress.
There's no way that's real. Right?
There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
So,
I mean,
Although
he did. He wrote a whole ass book on
OJ
I didn't
is
do it, but if I did.
OJ's beyond being taken back in. So,
I mean, you can't
and if
get
you take
tried
him
for
back
double
in, what does he
jeopardy,
have? Like
so-
2 more years of life to go? Like
I
Right.
don't know, man. He got out. The first thing he did was like rob a spot in Vegas for.
Well,
his
that's
Oh,
for
Been
all
in
of his
jail for so
memorabilia
long.
back.
Yeah.
And then he robbed the people out of his own house.
Oh my God.
yes, Jimmy, I think we should do that.
I didn't. See,
Oh
I, don't,
my
I can't
God.
see the
Time to
chat.
bully Steven's rankings from last Saturday.
Why are you gonna do that?
I deleted them just because they hurt my head every time I looked at them.
What, Steven's rankings?
Yeah, I deleted them.
Hey man, it is what it is.
They're so bad. If you wanted to know who had good rankings, just look at Bo and me. Outside of that, you know what? Steve challenged the order.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that because
I looked at stats. I said, "Listen, I like the way this goes better. It is what it is."
Yeah, you
Yeah.
went on a limb.
he challenged the order, and you know what? It created conversation that day, and I don't disagree with some of your takes.
Do you want to hear a crazy stat that I realized today? the guys outside of the passer rating, right? So the 4 guys that won had the highest passer ratings going into the week.
Well, yeah.
Purdy,
They're the 4
Mahomes,
better
Hurts,
quarterbacks
Burrow.
outside of Purdy.
On the season, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had.
Purdy's only played 6 games.
I'm just saying.
Like I had in the meme for
Consistency is
Saturday.
key.
But Purdy was a non-factor. essentially.
Jalen
I wouldn't
Hurts
say Purdy was
is
a factor.
another guy, like they utilize him in a way that he doesn't need to make mistakes. And Burrow, you got 2 guys that throw the ball 40 times a game with great QBRs, and you got 2 guys that run the ball majority. Well, one only throws it 20 times a game.
I was just saying, what are you doing?
And he hands it off. So just less mistakes for those 2 quarterbacks. And I'm not a Jalen Hurts hater. I just don't think that team is relying on Jalen. I think that Jalen helps with the way he moves his legs. But outside of that, any quarterback can go throw to A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith.
Yeah, I think he opens up the field more with his
agility and the
his
way
agility.
he moves. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, Miles Sanders doesn't do it.
Unlike
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Look at him.
He went into Buffalo.
Look at him.
He went into Buffalo and he did it. That is
He's
impressive.
Joe Bird.
He is cold, man. I fear him being in the AFC.
And he's
for the
cold.
next decade.
Cold as ice.
It
Look
scares
at that
me.
He's willing to
Are you
sacrifice
gonna-
Buffalo's Mafia.
8th ranked offense on
He
that
did.
list.
They shouldn't have done it against that defense. And you
The
know it.
defense didn't show up.
I
They
picked
didn't,
him.
and that's the problem.
And Sean McDermott's a defensive head coach.
That is
Sean McDermott, who?
exactly.
Look at
That's
that
the
man.
problem.
He is garbage.
I'd take that guy.
What are you saying? I don't hate Joey B.
Clearly, if you
Who
ranked
says
them-
you hate Joe Burrow?
I didn't rate him.
You ranked the offense 8th.
The offense is so fucking inconsistent. It's unreal.
They've
You're
been
4th
hot,
and 29th.
though. Look at the last 5 games they've
4th
played. They're
and then
hot.
29th. You are not
You're
consistent.
judging a team based on a run game because they don't run.
They're
Right.
hitting on all
Exactly.
cylinders.
Yeah, but
right
they
now.
don't run. It's not that they can't run.
They can't.
P. Ryan ran 140 yards the 3 games that Joe Mixon was out.
The thing is they can.
Why
put
don't
it-
they do that with
They can
Mixon?
trust Joe
Oh,
Burrow.
Bo-
Joe
the
Burrow can
Bo-
put
Brown-
the team on the back and just win. That's what he did against the Bills. I
The
mean,
Browns are
Josh
not
Allen,
greater
not so
than
much.
Burrow.
The what?
The what?
Bo says the Browns are greater than Burrow.
I think Bo's just trying.
What does that mean?
He's trying to help a brother.
Always 53 men are better than 1.
I
Ask
mean,
any woman.
well,
I don't know. OJ might.
Hey-oh. 53 versions? Oh, it's 72. Sorry.
I mean, maybe preseason teams.
Joe Burrow looks like a virgin.
We may have
He
his
does.
number, Bo,
It's
but
weird.
So does
he's
Josh
in the
Allen, though.
playoffs.
Oh, you know, we should have sent him. We should have sent you the meme that had Josh Allen. You know, like when he got drafted, he had no beard, and then he went.
And where he-
Josh Allen still looks like a baby face,
does.
Only
even
thing
with a
that
beard.
changed is a beard and 86
I
turnovers.
never realized he didn't have any actual awards yet, even for how well he's played.
What award you going to get for being number 2?
Is he even 2?
No, I'm just saying when you go up as a quarterback, I'm just like, oh, you're the best quarterback. You're the best quarterback. But you're not. You're still Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow are on the same fields as you.
I think Joe Burrow surpassed them for sure now. I think Burrow's too.
Joe Burrow passed Patrick Mahomes.
Oh wow!
He's close. If he wins the Super Bowl, yes, he's close.
I mean, Mahomes has
He's
an
very
MVP.
close.
Mahomes is about to have a second MVP.
I don't know.
And he's about to get a
I
Super
don't
Bowl.
agree, but Joe Burrow might get that
Depending
MVP.
on what you
There's no
mean.
No,
way.
they said that it's what Burrow, Mahomes, and I can't remember the third one for the
Jalen Hurts.
MVP ranks.
There's
no,
no way.
Jalen
the
Hurts.
finalists.
It's
Allen,
Mahomes and Hurts. I haven't heard Burrow at all.
And
It's Jalen Hurts.
Well, no, they named I think top 3.
Why are you
for
doing
the
this?
finalists
It's Jalen,
today
dude, it's
for everything.
AP.
Yeah.
I
AP
said
put it
Jalen
out
Hurts.
earlier today.
Flip
It was
8 weeks
Jalen.
ago.
AP put it out earlier today. It was Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Joe Burrow. Those were the 3 finalists.
so, I mean, going off of where they were drafted, obviously Mahomes was drafted, I think, like 15th, 13th.
Yeah.
Going to Kansas City with Andy Reid.
Mm.
You got Travis Kelce. You got Tyreek Hill. He had a good defense. That division was not that good back then. And then you have Burrow getting taken number 1 by a team that has been.
Didn't Alex Smith
Terrible.
take Kansas City to the playoffs?
Yes, he did. That's why they started Mahomes, and they sat Mahomes for a year behind Alex.
Correct.
Yeah, Mahomes played 1 game as
I'm sorry,
rookie.
they did have 5.
Did they?
It's Mahomes, Josh Allen, Burrow, Hurts, and Justin Jefferson.
And I don't include Justin Jefferson and Josh
Justin
Allen.
Jefferson. I don't
Yeah,
either.
my point, you're right.
Let me
I
ask
agree.
you this, KJAM. Do you think that
I called you KJ.
Mahomes can go to Cincy like Joe Burrow did and be as successful as he has been so far, or no?
I think Mahomes could go to no,
Exactly.
no, because
So-
you can't do it with a better O line now. He just got destroyed this past week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't think I know he's injured, but I think Cincy wins by 10.
Yeah, but Burrow gets injured and he's not crying on the ground.
Except when he tore his ACL.
I mean, except when his leg was
he
in
literally
shambles.
couldn't stand.
His leg was torn to pieces.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that hit in LSU?
No.
Joe Burrow took an LSU.
No.
He took this blindsided tackle. It knocked him out for the game. Literally on his hands and knees after the hit, puking on the field.
Oh, shit.
Oh, jeez.
And he never lost a game at LSU after that.
He's got that dog in him.
I mean, they haven't lost since Halloween, so.
I almost brought that video up today because I thought it was just amazing.
That is amazing.
And also, like, if you look at Joe Burrow, they come at him and go, well, your O-line's trash. And he's like,
They're so bad.
we're
like,
trash.
Who cares?
Talk all you want. No, he's like, they're doing so much better. Look at what happened. Like, and they literally, if you look at what happened against Buffalo's defense, that O-line held up.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about 3 injured O-line, that next man up mentality, those guys held up.
Yeah, and I'm tired of hearing, they didn't have Von Miller. They didn't have Von Miller for
all
the last half
years.
of the
Sick of it.
season.
I'm sick of that.
tired.
Von Miller, you know what he's going to be next year? Just cap damage.
Yeah,
he's just going to hurt your team, dude. You shouldn't have paid him.
For that. I'm tired of the excuses. Oh, well, I saw on post on Facebook, well, Josh Allen doesn't have the weapons that everybody else does.
Man, I saw you and I talked about that. That's an absolute
Diggs,
garbage
Gabe Davis,
take.
Khalil Shakir.
Garbage take.
Allen doesn't have the weapons.
He has.
I mean, you have
just as many, if
guys.
not more.
You have one more.
Whoa. Hold
Dawson Knox
hold
and
on,
Hayden
hold on,
Hurst
hold
are
on.
1A, 1B.
We can say Stephon Diggs and Jamar Chase are 1A, 1B, right? Those guys are just as good as each other.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. T. Higgins is hands down better than every other receiver on that team.
I agree. I like Shakir over Gabe Davis.
T. Higgins is a number one. They have Hayden Hurst.
Dawson Knox's booty cheeks?
And they have Hayden Hurst.
Well, I like Hayden
Are we
Hurst.
not going to say Hayden Hurst and Dawson Knox are comparable?
That's apparently they're his booty cheeks. You're a liar. You're a fraud, James. You're a fraud.
I think they're comparable. I think I think Hayden Hurst is a possession.
Booty cheeks.
Hayden Hurst is a possession tight end.
Unbelievable.
To get you the first down, and Dawson Knox is a red zone guy.
Yes,
Are you mental?
They
You're
use
crazy,
them in different
James.
situations.
Booty cheeks.
Correct. But I'm just saying both those guys are comparable. I bet you any money if you look up their stats, they probably have similar targets. They probably have similar yardage.
I think they did.
For this year.
For both years. It doesn't matter.
I
That's
don't
just
think Hayden was on.
correct.
I don't think was he on Cincy?
I think he was on Cincy last year. No, Uzama was. Uzama
yeah,
was.
that's who I'm thinking of. Uzama was another good.
Hayden Hurst was in.
And Uzama got a paycheck after he left.
Isn't it Usamoah?
Could you imagine?
Yeah, he went to the Jets. It's Uzama.
It's
I thought
Uzama.
announcers
It's
said
pronounced.
Usamoah.
No, it's pronounced Uzama. He came out and straight up said it.
I'm
to
just
the
saying
world.
because I know we said it's just like the Kels thing.
Could you imagine if
Travis
Cincy got
Kelce?
that kid from Notre Dame?
Say again?
Could you imagine if Cincy got that kid from Notre Dame?
Yeah, well, he likes the tight end enough, right?
Why do you say? Could you imagine? They might get him.
I hope
They might
do.
get him. He might
I
drop.
mean,
Or him or Kincaid or the kid from Utah.
I'm a Bills fan, but I love
That's
seeing
off-season
these
talk,
young
kids.
guys
Well, listen,
just
all right, we
ball
jump at the
out
gun.
All right,
all
so let's
season long.
Beasley's
you know what? Since
75.
we've already
Come
gone there,
on.
since we've already gone there,
Unbelievable. He
let's
is
just jump
75.
into Buffalo's deficiencies and just jump right into it because this is what we're going to talk about today is the deficiencies of these 4 losing teams and if there's anything they can do to fix it. So what I have up there right now for team means is tackle, safety, interior offensive lineman, cornerback, linebacker. Running back is up there, but they just drafted James Cook, and I still think they have Singletary under contract. I'm not 100% sure. Can you check that, Johnny? And then Stephon Diggs signed for...
No, Singletary's a free agent.
Is he?
Yep.
Yeah, Singletary is a free agent.
So they
and
have
is
James
Zach
Cook,
Moss gonna
and they
be.
just got Himes, right?
Hines.
Yeah, they traded for Naeem.
They
Hines.
have
So-
Jared Cook, or not Jared Cook.
James Cook.
James Cook.
He's right there.
Yeah. Singletary's
UFA.
next year, and then
Okay, and then Stephon Diggs signed for 4 more years. He just hit his extension starting next year. So he's there till 2028.
That's a lot of money.
Hines is until he's a UFA in 2025.
Okay, so he's there for essentially 2 years. So I don't know if they need a running back. It's probably towards the bottom of their list. But the other things I had in conversation, you guys can refute me on this, but what I had for Buffalo is that, sorry guys, is that
What are you doing there?
they're going to have cap issues, which they'll have trouble bringing back some of their defense from last year.
Yeah.
I think his name's Brandon Bean. Hopes that their draft talent will pan out for the next couple of years. And then here's what Josh Allen is owed next year: $77 million.
Oh my lord.
Stephon Diggs is owed $45 million.
Oh wow.
So, but keep in mind, wide receivers, they did have Khalil Shakir as a rookie, and then they hope safety was Khair Elam's a safety, right? Or is he a
yes.
corner? I know
He's a DB. We'll say that.
Okay,
He can play safety.
he's a douchebag. That's not nice.
He plays both.
Yeah.
He plays
Okay,
both.
so
He was
Khair-
playing safety.
They're hoping Khair Elam can pan out, so they won't have to go for safety. But they definitely need some. If the Von Miller thing's not going to stick, they're going to need probably D end in my mind or
And
edge.
Poyer's gone. He's a free agent.
Yeah, Poyer's free agent. They're not going to pay him.
He
He's still
might
old, and-
resign,
I mean, for cheap,
like
he'd be cheap.
Jadavian money.
He's old,
Like eight-
though. He's
8 million?
31.
Dawson is due
Jadavian's 31.
$17.5 next year.
Dawson Knox is due $17.5 million.
Yes.
Oh, there's going to
And
be
they
some cap
lose
casualties
their
on that team.
center, I think.
So they are. So the cap hit that they take is right as of right now with all the UFAs off the team. It's $240 million, and currently the cap is I think 13.
Couple of 30.
So unless the cap goes up by like 30 million, they have to find a way to extend guys, restructure, and they might restructure Josh Allen. You never know, but
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Do you think that they make some serious trades and try and free up some cap?
I think they're gonna have a hard time making trades because the
I
guys
don't.
that they're gonna have to trade are gonna struggle trading.
You got to restructure Dawson Knox.
Oh, 100%.
$17 million.
That's a lot.
So
That's
next
stupid.
2023 salary cap's 225.
As of right now, it's not been announced yet.
Right now, their cap hit's 241.
Yeah, so I
Almost
said
242.
240.
And that's not counting draft picks.
Right.
Correct. That's not counting any unsigned free agents or draft picks.
And their first round draft pick, which is 28th overall, is a $2.5 million.
And Brandon Bean straight up pretty much said, don't expect us to make a splash in the offseason.
And even if you restructure Allen, Vaughn, and
Diggs.
Diggs, it's not going to do much for
You have to.
You can't restructure Diggs. He's not going to take less money.
No, he won't. Josh might and
Josh better.
Vaughn.
Hey,
If he wants a wide
some help,
receiver,
you better.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want some help, you got to. I mean, Gabe Davis, he can show up, but he's got one
He's too
play.
inconsistent.
He's
He's vert.
I'm
That's
gonna
it.
be honest.
He's DK.
Based
Juju.
on
Go
based
ball.
on my
No.
my O'Brien take, I think
Juju?
they missed their window.
They did. Yeah, we talked about it today. We missed their window.
I think the Buffalo Bills missed their window.
Bills are past it.
It's shut. It's done. I think they're going to take a step back. I don't even know if they make the playoffs next year.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
Miami.
I think the Jets step up if
Miami,
if
the
Tua
Jets.
comes up healthy. I think the Miami makes it. I think the Bills will be the only team in that division that
I'll
get
give you
left out.
I'll give you a bold take
I think
right
the
now.
Patriots make it too.
Bo says Ron.
I'll give you a bold take right now.
Well, a bold take right now. Right now.
The Patriots are first place in their division next year.
Oh, come on.
Buffalo Bills are third place in their division. Miami's 2, and Patriots are the only one that make the playoffs because
You said the Jets are going to be fourth?
Hey, you want to put money on that?
the Jets will be fourth.
Chipotle bet.
That I still haven't gotten my Chipotle for.
Are we? Well, this is before Derek Carr, right? So like, if Derek Carr goes to the Jets, that's a different take.
Okay, that's fine.
But as of right now, I have the Jets at 4.
I don't know.
Really?
No.
They
I
might
think-
surpass Buffalo. I apologize.
Miami got found out. No.
Why do you think
Tua got
so?
killed? Well,
Why do you
not
think
literally.
New
He
But they
didn't
don't
get
have a
handled.
quarterback now. If Tua's not playing, they don't have a
Yeah,
quarterback.
but why do you think New England's number one?
Bill O'Brien.
You really think
You
Bill
think
O'Brien?
Bill O'Brien makes that much of a difference with Mac Jones?
I mean, well, no, it's
yes,
because he did it
I
before
do.
with Belichick.
Because
Well, I
look,
mean-
it's not about Mac Jones.
No,
It's about look
Belichick.
what Mac Jones did with Patricia.
I mean,
Okay.
How much of that is Bill?
What did Mac Jones do the year before that?
And he was.
He threw for like 3,800 yards and like 28 touchdowns.
He
Yeah, it
balled
was-
out against the Browns, just like everybody.
Shut up.
Murdered the Browns. It was like 35
he
to like
needs,
2.
He needs receivers, just like Danny.
Well, no, when they played 2 years ago, all they did was dump passes. Waited for Garrett to come around the edge, tossed it to Harris and Ramondre.
He threw deep on us 3 times.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't.
not
Three
talk
times.
about
I
that
don't
game.
like. I don't like that tank that New England needs receivers. They have Jacoby Meyer is a
Jacoby Meyer's a
legitimate-
I
UFA.
think they could use one more.
Jacoby Meyer's a UFA.
Oh, well, that sucks.
I think that you could use a for sure number one.
Well,
coming out of
sure.
this
Everybody
draft.
wants a for sure number one.
or even a guy that's.
Are they even
gonna
gonna
make
draft
a
it?
splash.
I mean, come on. The only
They
real-
might draft wide receiver.
Well,
have to. I mean, don't you
Devontae Parker.
think?
Devontae Parker showed up when
But
he got
that-
the ball. That he showed up.
So that's my take. That's the reason why I say the Patriots are going to be there, because if you look at what Bill O'Brien did everywhere he's gone, he's had top 10 offenses.
Oh, that's right. Mahoney's a Miami fan. I
Do you
forgot.
guys remember when Bill O'Brien was on the Houston Texans as a head coach?
Yeah, he screwed that team up real bad.
He didn't. Well,
Did
I
he
don't-
make that trade?
he made the trade with D-Hop.
That was terrible. I mean, that's
it was a bad
laughable.
trade, but like
They turned him into a head
he
coach.
was
GM,
trying to do something.
Well, speaking of
was a bad
D-Hop
trade.
in New England, you think that's
But why is he making
D-Hop.
GM moves when he's the guy there for an offense?
D-Hop to New England is goofy because he's played in a dome his entire career.
D-Hop's
He's now
under contract.
31, past his prime. There's no way that they could move him, but there's no way he goes to a cold weather team that is outside.
He's also under contract.
agree.
Like it's rare to go pay for a guy that someone else is willing to pay for.
Do you think they go out on a limb and take Thomas?
Who?
Michael Thomas?
Yeah, I don't think
He just
Michael- I think-
restructured his deal with the Saints.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, he just restructured
Okay.
his deal with the Saints. He extended for another 2 years, I think. So I just don't. The Patriots, I don't see going and getting a receiver. They always have done well with mediocre under center receivers, guys that can run really good across the field.
Yeah.
They don't go for long ball receivers.
But they also had Brady in those years.
They currently do the same thing.
I mean,
So Ryan,
What place
so,
schedule did they have last year?
One more time.
What place schedule did they have? Was it a fourth place schedule this
I don't
year?
know off the top of my head.
Because that's going to play into it. I mean, what did they finish this year? Third?
Second.
Okay, second. So
No, third. Miami finished
okay,
second.
I was about to
Sorry.
say, okay.
So Ryan can't comment right now. He is watching.
Oh.
He's saying that.
He still doesn't figure out how to use YouTube.
Well, no, he's saying his laptop charger's here.
I wonder whose fault that is, Ryan.
That sounds like a singular issue, sir.
But all he said was they are contenders in that division. WTF?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Who is a
But
contender?
that's what I'm waiting on. Ryan. Who
Buffalo
are
is not a contender in any division anymore. It's done.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think
I completely
Buffalo's
agree
dead.
with you, KJ.
Window closed.
I mean, that
And-
division is wide
and-
open.
I will say, if you look at the schedule for the AFC North next year, it's looking pretty easy.
We always say that.
No.
We always go through that
Like it's
checklist
looking
and
pretty
just
easy.
Yeah,
Like
I
lost,
can't do this
win,
again. I'm sorry.
lost.
I'm just
I mean,
gonna sit here.
we gotta come to reality.
pain
Just
and sorrow.
realize we
I'm not
cannot.
coming. It's not going against reality. If you look at what we did this year, and I'm not talking the Browns. I'm talking the AFC North. Almost 3 teams in the AFC North made playoffs.
Yep.
playoffs.
Because if Miami loses that game, the Steelers are in playoffs.
Yeah, and if Lamar Jackson's healthy for a full season, they
He-
make the playoffs.
Debatable.
I'm not going to go that crazy.
Love you, Ryan.
I'm not going to go that crazy. But what I am going to say is that those other divisions didn't even have a chance.
Oh, no, I mean, just like, look at the NFC, what was it, East, that everybody...
You mean Tom Brady's division winning? You're making it with a losing record?
Nah, I'm so. I hate that. I think that should not be allowed. Do it like the NBA. Just do
No.
NFC, AFC.
I run my
just-
fantasy that way, and Ryan wants to strangle me every time.
It
Yeah,
just- it
I
makes
don't-
it
I
more
don't know.
competitive. Like, why? I mean, you saw what happened to them against Dallas, and then you saw what happened to Dallas. They look like Dallas. I mean, they
Yeah, but
just
Dallas was
get-
12-4. It's called Any Given Sunday for a reason.
Dallas. You know what the Bills remind me of?
Uh-oh.
The Dallas Cowboys.
And I wish I could remember, because does anybody know that you guys do realize Bill O'Brien used to coach with Belichick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came
So,
from
like,
the
Back
Belichick
to New
tree.
England. Yeah, yeah.
Ryan
him
said to
back.
boot that kid from the show. No one talks about Lamar.
Come to the show.
Oh, just wait.
We'll talk
I
a
only
lot.
invite him when you're not here, Ryan.
Well, that might change. Better show up.
That's funny. All right, so we'll move on from Buffalo, because I think. Do you guys have any takes on what Buffalo needs? Like, do they need anything outside of? Because we kind of went over receivers, we went over the running backs.
We got a crazy person in chat.
Bailey Zappi over Mac Jones. I
Oh,
mean,
man.
the fans
I
were calling. The
I like
fans
Zapp.
don't even like Mac Jones.
No,
I
they
mean,
don't.
they call
Right.
for Bailey Zappi every game.
Jay Allen's gonna be better in back.
To
I do
both-
think-
Is
I
it,
do
is it
think
Zap or Zappy?
Zappi.
It's Zap. To Bo's
oh,
take,
my
though, to Bo's take, he thinks that Mac Jones should just shut his mouth.
He does. He doesn't. He's not talented enough to say, "Hey, this is my team."
I
No,
don't think
you're
he's
not.
earned that role yet.
No,
I
you
agree.
haven't.
But when your offense has gotten so much worse with Matt Patricia,
That's
Well,
fair.
that was
I mean,
was
it's
Bill's
fair to
fault.
be
That wasn't
pissed off.
Mac's fault. I mean,
That
I
is-
think
well, which you-
I
yeah.
think Mac's gonna. Yes, I think Mac's gonna take a definite step forward with Bill O'Brien, because he is a offensive.
but if you take a
coordinator.
step forward, you're the second to first best in your division.
yeah, but
you
I
were
don't
competing.
think they finished first.
Yeah, that defense was better than everybody gave him credit for.
They finished
Again.
first in their
I
division.
got to see who's free agents for them.
I'd say- I don't
before
know.
I
I like
break
them.
all this down. But we'll get into that later on. Obviously, in the
Off-season
offseason.
talk, right?
Exactly.
Just-
All
That's a
right,
good one.
so let's go into the next team. Let's jump into the Giants.
I think the Giants need to let Barkley walk. I think you either re-sign
Oh,
It's
was-
back.
there we go.
re-sign
That was goofy.
or
Are you out?
I don't.
No,
hear
he's
that.
gone.
I can't hear myself.
Did you just
Alright,
blow
guys.
your microphone up?
I don't know. Here. No, try now.
I think you need to re-sign
There you go.
Danny Dimes.
No, I can hear him. He just talks like a bitch.
What?
Wow, you talk to your guests that way?
Is that what you call yourself?
Oh my lord. Talk.
Keep talking.
There we go. All right, now that's better.
Yes.
That's better. That's better.
You still
I
talking?
think they need to let go of Barkley, re-sign Danny Dimes, and kind of just redo the offense.
Whoa! That offense runs through Saquon.
Yeah, I mean, like quite
Yeah, but
literally.
not for $16 million.
I mean,
Yes, for $16 million.
almost explicitly for 16.
The offense in Buffalo runs through Stephon Diggs for $44 million.
But he doesn't
You won't
get-
pay 16?
And Josh Allen for 71.
You got to pay to play, baby.
You gotta play.
I don't pay running backs a second contract. I hate it.
You haven't paid him a first contract.
I mean, his rookie contract.
Right, they just extended his fifth-year option. That was it. This is for all you that have to go to the restroom.
I was just gonna say, don't worry, he's not using the rest.
He's definitely
He's topping off.
He's
his
taking a
drink.
piss on camera. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Do they need a receiver? Yes. Yes, they do. Do they need a tight end? No. I think Daniel Bellinger's. I think he fit that role pretty good. I'm looking at it. I see that. Tight end's up there.
No,
Why don't you
Bo.
read them off?
What did Bo say? Why do these guys get paid and not?
All right, so while people are reading out loud, the New York Giants need a wide receiver, cornerback, linebacker, interior offensive lineman, tight end, running back. Like we said, that running back situation is Saquon Barkley. We don't know what's going on there. I kind of agree with what you're saying, Wheels, but at the same time, I think Saquon is too good of a talent to let walk. Quarterback, if they don't sign Daniel Jones, that's a situation where, man, that is hot trash. And I think Dable wanted Daniel Jones, and he kept him there.
Do you think?
So
Would you rather sign Daniel Jones and tag Barkley, or
I think it's easier to do it that way. I think it's easier to do it that way, to sign Daniel Jones and tag a running back, because then you give yourself another year to work with Barkley, and then Barkley can get his contract next year if he stays healthy. But Barkley might not want to do that.
do you think he plays under that contract?
Good luck. Wait, what do you mean?
Do you think he plays under the franchise?
Yeah, I think he learned from Le'Veon Bell's mistake.
I think everybody.
Running backs can't hold out.
No.
Quarterbacks can. It's a different situation, different market, and your longevity is different. Your
No
longevity is
one's
different.
going after Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky is like a half a step under Daniel Jones.
What do you mean?
Especially in that offense.
What do you mean by paid and not targeted in playoffs? Bo,
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
I
think everybody that was in playoffs got targeted that got paid.
they need I think they need a receiver.
So
Diggs,
would you
ooh.
think?
Diggs was targeted 12 times.
So
or
if-
like 9 times that game.
Was he
So-
really?
Dude, it was ridiculous.
If they let Saquon walk, do you think that they would take Robinson out of Texas or Quentin Johnson? Because they need both a wide receiver and a running back then at that point.
Receiver.
I
So-
think they go receiver.
I think they have to go receiver. You have Wan'Dale Robinson, which
Who should be coming
Sterling
back
Shepard,
out
who's a
next
good underneath guy.
You-
I mean,
and then you
he
still
comes
have,
back from the Achilles.
Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay.
but you still have some young guys. What's the other guy that's been showing up?
Richie James.
Richie
No,
James,
Isaiah
and-
Hodgins.
yeah.
How old is
Oh, that
Isaiah
kid?
Hodgins?
I don't know.
I don't know.
4, 3. He's young. So I think
He
Isaiah
picked up off
Hodgins
of
and
waivers
Wan'Dale
week.
Robinson are serviceable. I think you need a number 1. Kenny Galladay was never that option and has never been that option.
Which is crazy. He was in Detroit.
For 1 season.
Which is fine because
That's enough to get him paid.
It is.
Yeah, Hodgins was picked up.
Thank
week
you.
8.
Darius Slayton was the other one I was thinking of. I appreciate that. And Darius Slayton is kind of struggling.
He's Hodgins is 24 years old and his cap hit.
He's a rookie, so there's probably no cap hit.
No, he was picked up off. Well, yeah, he was picked up off of waivers though. He was only making $391,000 this year. Next year he's making $870,000, and then
That's
he's,
DeMar Hamlin money.
and then he's an ERFA next 2024.
A restricted free agent.
Put it in your mouth, buddy.
Something
Okay.
restricted.
Put it in
I don't
your
know what
mouth.
He's saying he's having trouble hearing himself.
In your mother.
I just
mouth.
want to make sure I'm not talking over you guys.
Oh,
You
no,
can't
try-
talk over us.
No, I don't
Good
think
luck.
you can talk over a flipping butterfly.
I didn't know it was that small.
No, you're just that quiet.
You are
buddy.
that small.
You are that controlled with your voice, and it's
That's what she said.
It's a nice. It's a rebreather.
So
Oh gosh.
I
Anyway,
think first off, I think the number 1 priority for this team,
Daniel Jones got to come back.
offensive line.
What?
You're gonna sign Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
right?
Daniel Jones is coming back.
I think you're gonna sign Daniel Jones. I think in the draft you're going offensive line right off the
I think you go maulers too. I think you get real nasty dudes,
pancakers.
that can run block, that just smoke guys.
Yeah, because if you're gonna make Shaquan again, the
Shaquan?
This is killing me. This Shaquan thing. man.
Shaquan. I love it. I love
It's
Shaquan.
not Shady McCoy.
No.
If you're gonna make
Shady
Barkley
dog
the-
Dak.
Yeah,
the center of your offense, you got to build that O-line.
Shaquan.
Well, you're not going to have the
I
offense
agree.
centered around a wide receiver like Carolina?
Hey, maybe they could trade for DJ Moore.
Judge them. They almost made the playoffs in their division.
The offense is centered around who?
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. That's what they said
That
in
is
Carolina.
What
That's
which
what
is
the
why
coach said.
they got rid of McCaffrey over
Yeah,
DJ.
that's what the coach said.
What
You
do
know-
they get for McCaffrey?
I don't know.
Jump
Did
change.
they even get a first-round pick?
No, they got like 2 seconds, a third, and a fourth. I think they got a lot. They got a lot for McCaffrey.
You're going to build an offense around a receiver. Gosh, if you're a Carolina Panthers fan, you're going to be struggling for the next 5 years.
Better upgrade the medical staff to keep Saquon healthy.
That's a funny statement because it's very true. I think he's going to have a bunch of injury, but
Say that now.
what
I
they're
think
paying
he
him
only
for.
missed 4 games the
Ryan-
last 2 years.
Ryan says
so.
the Giants have already attacked the O-line. Look at past drafts.
Yeah, no. My point is they don't work out.
it's got to show up.
I mean, Shaquan's up there with a comeback.
I
love Shaquan.
I think, and
This
that
is
was
nice.
actually,
It's funny.
I think that's another comment that I actually had written down was that they need to figure out how to develop these young guys
So the trade
at
was,
offensive line.
CMC trade was a second, third, fourth round pick in 2023 in addition to a fifth round pick from 2024.
Okay, so
2, 3, 4, 5, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's guys good in the draft that late, but wide receiver wise, I mean, I don't think it's that.
I don't think that, you know what, now that I think about it, do they really need wide receiver?
I'm with Wando coming back and
It's like
Shepard.
any
Sorry.
team, yeah. They would love to have another guy.
I think they need a veteran guy, right? Like, because like I said, Kenny Galladay
'Cause
wasn't.
that worked out so well with Kenny Galladay.
Carolina does have the 9th overall pick.
Is that a team, though, that you would like D-Hop to go
Quarterback.
No,
no?
I
don't
don't
trust
think
Sam
he'll do
Darnold?
well in cold weather.
Carolina's taking the best available quarterback. I would not be surprised if they trade up. Colts and
That's a good
Carolina are
point.
probably going to trade up.
That's a good point. He might not do good in cold weather.
I could see both going to top 5.
Like he's what 31. He's getting older. He's coming off. I mean, what are you going to give up? Would you give up one of those? Would you give up Carolina's second for D-Hop? I'm not giving up much. Coming off that peak.
I'll give you
Ooh.
Kenny Galladay.
Hey, I'll give you Kenny Galladay in a second.
I'll give you Kenny Galladay and Sterling Shepard.
No.
Ooh, wow, Sterling Shepard coming off 2 injuries like that, maybe, and he's getting older. I like
I don't know.
Shepard,
I'm not good
not
at
after an
value.
Achilles.
I'm not good at valuing players. I'll tell you. I think fit wise that it might work, but I'm not too sure.
But
Mike Evans. Yeah.
John, can you bring up the Giants' needs
think-
real quick before we move on, please?
But how much? The thing is what do you?
But look at all those draft picks, right?
Yeah, you got to
they do have quite a
upgrade.
bit.
Can you blow that up for me real quick? Oh no,
You
never mind.
can't.
26, 50.
They have 11
I see
drafts.
it. I see it.
26, 58, 90, 101,
Call
128.
me crazy. I think they're gonna go.
Call me crazy.
Call me crazy.
Call me maybe.
They're gonna. I'll call you all the time. I'll call you in the morning. I think they're gonna go defense heavy. I think they're gonna try and upgrade the defense, shore up the defense. The offense could do it at times.
Their defense is pretty
Not
solid.
that.
I think at
good.
58 they go O-line.
I
I'm
think
not
at
sure what they do at 26. I haven't looked yet.
26.
But we'll get into that in the
They
offseason,
might
right?
trade back, but I think they're gonna go.
That's
defense.
something we'll
They
get
might
into
go
the
corner.
offseason. We're going to have like a big draft day thing. We're going to have a couple
Oh, we're
shows
gonna have a
prior to the
couple.
draft day.
I think
Big
their
draft
overall
day.
defense
Couples.
was 17th this year, Steve.
17th overall. It's not great, guys.
It's not bad,
It's mid.
but look at who they're
It's-
look at
it's
who
the
they're
Ravens.
playing.
Mark.
But
It's
look
the-
at who they're playing.
It's the Ravens.
So, I mean, it look at who they're playing. Did they
Yeah.
play Philly twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly's the number 1 offense in the league. So look at who they're playing.
I thought it was Kansas City.
No, like Philly's the number 1 producing offense in the league, scoring wise.
Alan Lazard.
So, all right, let's jump into. We'll skip that team.
Well,
Let's
Lazard
jump
did
in.
say he's not returning. to
Let's
base.
jump into Jacksonville.
Lazard did. Ooh.
Yeah, he's well. It was a post press conference.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
against
All right,
the
team needs for
Detroit Lions.
Jacksonville: cornerback, defensive lineman, offensive tackle, tight end. Which I'm not too sure about. I can't. Didn't they just get a tight end?
Evan Ingram.
The Evan Ingram, but I think he's
He's an
a free
unrestricted
agent.
free agent,
Yeah.
so they might re-sign him because he did produce well. Interior offensive lineman, safety, wide receiver, but they have Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk signed. So I don't think they need wide receiver. I just wanted to preface that there for you guys. And then look at all those draft picks, 25, 57, 89, and then what do they have? 9 draft picks for the season? Go ahead.
I think
Yeah, no.
they need secondary help bad.
I
So
agree.
corner. That's why I had cornerback at top.
Corner, yeah, I mean, you got to take a corner in the first round.
You know what's funny is I think their D line is better than people give them credit for.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they need to shore up the interior.
No, but
No, I agree. I think secondary. I think Wheeler. I think you hit it on the head. Secondary help is a must for these guys.
I could see them being a team that signs Jordan Poyer, honestly.
Ooh.
You know what's funny? I was
Right,
thinking
they
this.
like the
I
old
was
guys.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah, they have the money.
Or they could sign a Jadeveon because they're both the same age. They both
Jadeveon.
produce this, but they both are good against the run.
They could. You're right.
Yeah, I mean,
It depends on which one fits in that area.
Get
Yeah,
Jade
and Jordan
Clowney
Poyer.
back to warm weather team.
Oh, you'd love it.
yeah.
I mean, he loved Cleveland.
Yeah, I believe that.
You know, people just don't understand what it's like to play in cold weather. Ask Josh Allen.
Ask OBJ. He loved Cleveland too.
And Jordan Poyer would give you that veteran secondary guy that you would need to help mentor the rest of your guys that you draft or the young guys you have now.
Nope.
That's a good point.
I think
I do like Kevin.
Jacksonville has the best odds to make it back to the playoffs out of all four of these
Yes.
teams we're talking about today.
Well, look at their division, though.
So Evan Ingram was
That's not saying much.
Evan Ingram's was only signed for an 8.9, almost $9 million.
He gonna make 18 next year. So.
Oh.
Top 5 tight end.
13.5 max I'd pay him.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well, would you pay him what the NFL pays are two different things.
Oh,
Are you
Johnny,
paying him
if-
more than Njoku?
Johnny, if you want, I
Yes.
think you can bring up Sport Track.
You
and
say
can
yes?
Look up
Yes.
their worth.
And Njoku's
what-
made
what they
16
think
million
they're-
next
they're
year.
worth,
That's too
so, like,
much.
what they're gonna make.
The
Like,
Browns
just a
overpaid
rough
on
estimate.
Njoku, and they know
I
that.
was say that I'm on spot track right now.
Yeah, are you paying Njoku?
No, I wouldn't pay Njoku 16.
Like
I'm
that's.
not, no.
Are you paying? Sorry, are you
We
paying
still-
him in Njoku money?
We still owe Hooper.
I would
another
pay-
Would you
$8 million
quit
this year.
talking about who the Browns owe for the next 7 years? We all know it as Browns fans.
I would pay Ingram 16. Yes.
I'm trying to make a correlation between what's getting paid out there. It's been happening. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm trying to make a correlation of what is currently being paid and what people are going to ask for in the league because they believe they're better than that player.
I mean, Dawson Knox is going to make 17. Yeah, you're right. I think, you know what? No, I think you're right with 18.
Evan Ingram's done
And Njoku is a bump.
this
Evan-
good for 1 year.
Evan
2 years, that's what got him there. He drops a lot of passes, which is a big factor on all of his other teams, but he's young.
Yeah.
So
Talking about Ingram?
Spot Track
Yeah.
says market value for Evan Ingram is a 2-year, $17.5 million contract.
That's close. Yeah, I'll say that's pretty close.
TE ranked 12,
How old is he?
Not
Can you does-
28. He'll be 29 at the start of the season.
I think he'll probably get a 3 to 4. He'll get a 3-year with a 4th-year option, and he'll probably get closer to like 15, 16.
I told you he's young.
Or they'll void
Comparable-
some of his contract to make it a little bit cheaper. They do that now. They void out a couple years to
Yep.
spread the money out, make it a little bit cheaper.
Signing bonuses.
Yeah.
Comparable players. Logan Thomas is at $24 million for a 3-year contract.
Logan Thomas got overpaid. Logan Thomas made his money off 1 year.
Gerald is on the IR.
Yep.
Right, Gerald Everett, 2 years is at $12 million.
Ooh, well,
Austin Hooper,
I like Gerald
1
Everett.
year, $6 million.
Oof.
Tyler Conklin, 3-year, $20 million.
Yeah, Conklin got paid, and Conklin played mediocre. That's for you, Ryan. You keep trying to tout Conklin to me as a top 10 guy.
Conklin is a top 10 tight end.
Yeah, this year.
He was last year too.
Eh.
Yeah. Picked him up in fantasy for that reason.
All right. Whatever. Anyways, let's get on to
20. 3-year, $20 million for Ingram. Come on, I'm sorry.
He won't take that. He ain't
Damn.
signing that. He ain't signing that.
You know,
3 year
who's another tight end that's going to be a free agent is Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz, Mike Gesicki.
Ooh.
He's not signing that.
Is Dalton Schultz going to get hella money?
Yeah.
I
I think
so.
he's going to get paid.
He's getting Pollard's money.
I don't think he stays in Dallas. I think you got to get rid of Speaking of Dallas, let's move on to that.
Yeah.
That
you
was.
wanna talk about
I
Dallas?
literally was going to say that. Let's get on to the worst team in the NFL.
Ouch.
Dem wannabes.
Oh,
All right, team needs
man.
cornerback, wide receiver, linebacker, defensive lineman, running back. Zeke's still under contract. Pollard is a UFA dealing with a broken femur.
Broken,
So-
fractured left fibula.
So, is it fibula?
Yes.
Sorry. So that is still be determined based on what Ryan was hearing. Jerry Jones might franchise tag him, so that would eat up their franchise tag.
I wouldn't.
Safety, edge, and I put this one down as a joke. Quarterback, Dak is done. He's proven to be as
not a
bad
joke.
as Tony Romo.
I think Dak is.
He is Tony Romo.
He is what, 1-4 in playoffs or 0-3 in playoffs?
Him and
or
Tony
something?
Romo have the exact
Right.
same stats.
Yeah, I think they're
And
0-3
Tony
in the
Romo
divisional
is
round.
Undrafted.
I think they're 0-3 in the divisional round.
It's so bad.
What'd you say about Tony Romo?
He was undrafted.
It sounds like you overpaid for shit.
Yeah, Dak was a third round grab.
So doing the market value for Dalton Schultz, guess his years contract and his dollar.
How old's Dalton Schultz?
This year, you got franchise tag.
26.
He got
He'll be
franchise.
27.
He got franchise tag this year.
Yeah.
4 years.
I'm going to say 5
Oh, you're
years.
asking what it could be?
Yes. Yeah, what his market value is, and then I'll compare to others.
4 years. 36.
Well, I'll break it down per year. I'll say he's probably $18 million a year.
I say
So-
5 year at 20.
4 years. So you're saying 20 a year?
I think 20 a year.
I think 4 years, 36 million.
4 year, 60 and a half is what this spot track is saying.
That's
Average
insane.
is 15 million a year.
It's funny.
TE rank
That's
2.
18. That's 17.5 million. That's 18 million.
Comparable.
Ha!
Dallas can't afford that though. They can't even afford Zeke. They need to get rid of him.
They couldn't afford Amari Cooper.
Comparable. Goddard, Dallas Goddard, 4 year, 57 million. Mark Andrews, 4 year, 56 million.
I have a question for you guys.
No.
While you're on Spot Track,
Yeah.
look up the opt out for Zeke and see what the cap hit is. All right.
It's gonna be,
So
that's gonna be a lot.
Well, so here's
Well, hold on. So Dallas, if they do franchise tag, let's just say everything works out well for Pollard, he comes back great.
Yeah.
If they do franchise tag Pollard,
I don't think they do that.
do you? Because this is the opt out year for Zeke. It's 2023 of his contract.
Mike is not really.
If you opt out on Zeke, that gives you way more cap to go sign a wide receiver and to sign your tight end.
Zeke's dead cap is almost 12 million, and his cap hit is 16.
and I think you're also
Is the opt-out
paying,
this
This
year?
is the 2023 is his opt out year.
and I think you're paying Van Der Esch, their other
He's gone.
linebacker, a decent amount of money.
Zeke's gone.
Yeah, he is. I mean, you can't.
Well, I don't think Zeke's gone.
Yeah.
Dude, I think they might do a restructure for Zeke.
He said he'll take less to stay.
But he's not.
He's an
not-
offensive
like, look at
lineman,
his
guys.
stats.
Stop
Yes.
looking at him as a running back. He is an
the only one that
offensive
can
He got
lineman.
blown up on the last
He's
play
a
of the game. He is not a lineman.
That was.
It's proven on tape. He
hilarious.
cannot block.
But I
I'm
mean,
just kidding. He's
if
very
you
good.
look at his stats for this
Yeah,
season,
potential out
all
this year.
his.
I did not see this video.
It was
I'm gonna
like
have to see
12.
this
I think
video.
it was
It's
12.
the last play of the
touchdowns.
game.
I did. I
800
was asleep.
Zeke did not have a good statistical
But yes,
season.
potential out for Zeke 2023 year, he on a 4 year, 50 million deal, and then the 11.86 dead cap.
Yeah, I think he stays for like dirt cheap.
Where else is he gonna go?
If you hit that X on Spot Track, it'll drop it down and it'll tell you before May and after May.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Pre 6-1, and then post 6-1
What's pre 6-1?
for
So before June 1st,
release or
if they cut him before June 1st, what's his cap hit?
11.86.
That ain't shit for that. That's not bad considering you're probably 30 over cap right now. So
So it's been said-
Post 6-1 for just release is 5.8
okay, so they take a smaller cap hit after June.
for this year, 6 million for next year.
Right.
So
They take a smaller cap hit after June.
Yeah.
So he could be a guy that's gone on that June 1st date.
Yeah,
or maybe
I
they'll
think so.
trade him for a 5th round pick like they did Amari Cooper.
No, no one will give up a 5th. I do see where you're going with. I mean, it's funny, but I mean, it might, but no.
What do you mean no one will give a 5th?
No one's gonna give him a 5th.
The Giants will give him a 5th.
If you can take, here's the thing.
Well,
Here's the thing, though. If you
Did he
can,
say?
if you can,
actually,
if you
That might
can,
not be bad.
that
guys,
might not be bad.
if you can take the
Restructure and
stress
trade.
off your other running back,
Yeah.
when you know that's the blocking back guy, why wouldn't you trade a 5th round guy for a proven blocker?
Right.
He can block corners, safeties all day. He's not going to block a TJ Watt.
No, I mean, I don't
He
think
can
you
put
should
a shoulder
ask
on him though.
to.
He
I
can
don't
he
think you
can
should
chip
ask
him
to.
and spill. I mean, I don't hate that.
He's not blocking a Bosa. Like,
Hear me out. Bring him to Cleveland for his purpose to be a
Jesus
blocker.
Christ.
yeah, just to
front
let
of
you guys
Chubb. In
know,
front of Chubb.
Then I don't either.
just to let you guys know, we literally just stabbed the mic.
That was what Andy Janovich we had as fullback a couple
Johnny
years
G
ago.
on the mic.
Yeah.
And he helped a lot. I mean, I don't understand
My
why
point
we
exactly.
got rid of him. He was
We're
a
probably
great
not keeping
lead
Hunt.
blocker.
No, Hunt's gone,
We,
Hunt's gone, yeah,
under
I mean,
Stefanski, we
100%.
don't believe in a fullback regime.
which is absolutely.
Because
I don't agree
Stefanski
with it.
is a moron.
Just don't even get me started.
All right.
You're a run first offense without a
anyways.
full.
What else do we have for today?
That's it. That's all I got.
I know Dallas has 9 picks, so I mean,
Dallas needs a lot of help.
Dallas does need some help. I don't think I have anything else
Are
for
they
today.
mental?
That's it for me.
What's going on in the chat, Johnny? Is there anything we missed in the chat?
No, just
Yeah,
you're seeing it live.
I mean, they're in a competitive division.
What about 3 days? What does that say for Bo?
I don't know.
If you were sleeping for 3 days to not watch that game,
Or
see even that.
I did not see that hit. I've been doing so much research on stupid conspiracies in the NFL.
Damar Hamlin.
Oh, you mean stupid?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Hey Ryan, why don't you hop in on John real quick?
That sounded so gay.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's meant to be.
Speaking of,
John's gay.
all he says is oof, but I don't know what he's referring to.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
Who said oof?
Ryan.
I'm sure.
Yeah, Ryan's probably going to talk about our takes, then just put it in chat, and then never show up on the show again.
Oh, wow!
Love you.
Got him.
Oh,
Righty.
So, well, you know what? We did have one thing Wheels wanted to bring up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the image for it.
Oh, shit.
But go ahead with your statement.
So since the year 2000, no quarterback has taken up more than 12.57% of the cap other than Tom Brady and won a Super Bowl, which in my eyes comes to show that you don't, A, need a superstar quarterback, or B, you need to have a quarterback that is on a rookie deal where you have a team that's in the win now defensively and offensively like the Niners.
Okay, so
And the only other quarterbacks that have been up there and taken that cap space,
Peyton Manning,
Tom Brady, Eli Manning. That's it.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
That's it.
Eli was over what?
Oh, I lied. Peyton Manning was 18.88 was his high.
Just Peyton and Tom.
So you take those two guys out of the equation and
Donovan McNabb.
He wasn't even over.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Trent Dilfer was what, 6.6 or 6.9?
1 point something. Trent Dilfer was getting paid.
Nick Foles was less than 1%.
He was a backup.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that just shows you. I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, but Tom Brady was less than 1% at one point in time. Trent Dilfer was 1.61.
Brock Purdy is doing what Nick Foles did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong.
Kurt Warner, 5.1.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why what I said last show on Wednesday, Houston shouldn't draft a
Matt
quarterback.
Ryan, 15.5.
Build up that offense, build up that defense, and then you can put
Just
a guy.
build on top of the defense.
Yeah,
Your secondary is good.
Exactly.
Here's the problem with that is...
Nothing.
No. Here's the problem with that. Defense wins championships, right?
100%. I mean, that's a.
But it
that's
takes an offense to get you there.
Take as old as it's etched in stone.
But it takes an offense to get you there.
Well, sure, right? So, so I would equate that to the poor play of Russell Wilson and Denver's defense this year. If Russell Wilson literally scores, what was it, like 5 points more a game?
Not even. Probably less than a touchdown a game. They probably win.
Handedly a playoff team in that division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how good that defense
you just
was.
have to show up.
That division didn't show up this year at all, though.
No, they did not.
Not at all.
But I
that was supposed to be the division all in wild card, and
sure
it didn't
was.
show up at all.
They're gonna fall out next year.
Here's the thing. My only issue with this statement is that look at the quarterbacks that are currently in the playoffs.
What about them?
Yeah, they're young, they're studs, but they're on their rookie
every
deals.
single one of these quarterbacks are going to get a 12% deal of the cap space.
Yeah, but until proven otherwise, and another quarterback wins with
what do you
that
mean?
12%.
Patrick Mahomes is making $300 million. Is not on his rookie deal.
Yep.
Yeah, but is he going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Mahomes.
Actually, I kind of want to know how old is that stat you showed?
Burrow's going to get.
That's coming from 2000. Last one was when Brady won.
And this is Super Bowl winners?
2001.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
2020?
2001.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes was less than 3%, and that's because it was his second year in the NFL. And he got his deal off that.
You know who's also in his... No, second. What is it? His third year?
Third.
Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow, I think they win the Super Bowl.
Joe Burrow's due money this year.
Oh, yeah. I had this conversation with Steve. I think you lock up both Joe Burrow and T. Higgins this offseason because you cannot let T. Higgins go.
I think they need T. Higgins.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think T. Higgins...
You know who needs T. Higgins the most?
And helps...
my team?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase needs T. Higgins the most.
Because he opens it up.
Yep.
T. Higgins is a beast over the middle. He's big.
They both need each other.
He's a killer in the middle.
Yeah,
he's a slot.
T. Higgins is the number one anywhere he goes.
Nobody got that.
I don't know if Jamar...
Thank you.
This is a bold take.
No, it wasn't. He's killer in the middle.
No, I don't know if Jamar Chase can do it without a number two.
It's 1A, 1B.
Because then he's one dimensional.
He's shown to be one dimensional, which is I did not expect.
No. That's why JJ's infinitely
I'll take that back. T has done it without Chase.
Multiple times.
Right.
T has done it.
Chase
hasn't played a full season.
But we haven't seen T.
Exactly.
We haven't seen Chase without T. to compare.
Can you bring up CD Lamb
Correct.
and T. Higgins stats for this year?
One more
I
time.
think can
CD
you bring
and
up
T?
CD and T's stats for this year?
I'm sure they're similar because they didn't have Jamar Chase for 6 games.
And I know Dak was obviously hurt, but I think T. Higgins on any other team in the NFL right now.
CD was still hyper-targeted when Dak was hurt.
Yeah, he was the only target.
Schultz didn't do anything until Dak came back. If you look at his
They
stats.
didn't hit the tight end. I agree. I agree with that. It was Tony Pollard, it was Zeke, and it was CD.
Yeah.
Who's the other? Is it Godwin?
Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup.
Gallup didn't show up the way he needed to. Everybody thought he was going to be big this year.
So
Maybe.
I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of wide receivers.
Is that an understatement then? Maybe they don't need a receiver if Gallup comes back like he was doing the year prior.
I mean, if isn't if.
But is he a 2?
Gallup is a 2. But
I don't think so.
The question is CD a 1?
I think CD needs help, personally. I think CD needs...
CD was phenomenal when Amari Cooper was there.
He was amazing.
And Amari Cooper's still Amari Cooper.
And he still had season or career highs.
So this year, CD fantasy was number 5 points.
I don't like points.
Fantasy points per game, he was 9th. He had 107 receptions out of 156 targets, 1,359 yards, 9 touchdowns, and then he had 10 rushing attempts for 47 yards.
Yeah, he had a great season. If you look at Tony Pollard, he had 15. Tony Pollard had 1,500 all-purpose yards and 9 touchdowns.
Compared to T with 75 receptions on 110 targets, 1,042 yards and 7 touchdowns.
That's for who?
T is such a big target. He's a T.
I
Higgins.
don't understand why
T. Higgins is Travis Kelce.
So he had 32 less receptions, and 34 less targets.
He's a big body, can catch the ball in the end zone, contested catches. He's 80-20.
People don't realize that. They just he's a number 2. People need to sit here and just look at the stats. I mean,
he's a number 1 anywhere else he goes.
That's what I'm saying.
He's 13.9 yards of reception compared to CD's 12.7.
And a team's going to pay him. He's going to get paid no matter what.
How many catches did
Higgins
have?
75.
How many?
75.
75. That's pretty good.
Come to Cleveland.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh my God.
I would do a lot to get T. Higgins.
T and Cooper. Oh my man.
I would do Baker Mayfield stuff. Hand jobs behind a cheesecake factory.
Oh, no. It wasn't no hand jobs.
Well, we would pair up. We'd pair up.
Blowy.
One of us has the shaft. The other one's gawking.
That really happened?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Baker Mayfield definitely took a blowjob from a fan.
That being said, we're not going to do any more sloppy seconds for the day. I've got not much for you guys at the end of the show. Johnny, what's your takeaways for this Wednesday show?
Dak is done. Dak is trash. He is not life.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're not allowed to say trash on this show. You have to give an explanation, remember?
I'm sorry, garbage.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Oh, you're French.
He's a black slippery sack. Wow, that came off more ways than one bad.
That's what she said.
You. Oh, geez.
Sorry.
Marked.
All right. Damn it. Don't mark that. All right. Wheels, takeaway?
I think obviously the Bills take a step back. I think McDermott is done. I think he needs to be fired, and they just need to redo that whole coaching staff altogether. I would give Sean Payton a call.
Oh, jeez.
I would.
See, Ryan? There's a market for Sean Payton.
There you go, Ryan.
I would call Sean Payton. What do you have to lose? You
Money.
haven't won anything in 6 years with McDermott.
Money.
All
right.
That's a fair take.
What is your takeaway for the day, Steve?
As always, God bless you guys. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate you being here. All right, just supporting us, having a good show. I thought we had a good show. We put it on you guys.
That came out.
Oh, hey. We'll see you guys again Saturday, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live here at the Deep Threats. All right, guys, my takeaway for today is, again, gamble safely. It's going to be a fun week. If you guys are gambling coming up towards March Madness and stuff like that, be careful. Stop pushing the button.
Could be dangerous.
Think twice before you submit.
Don't eat the hook.
Don't bait don't eat the bait. Why are we eating hooks?
You eat the hook.
On top of that, Joe Burrow, his tenacity, his energy, and everything this kid does, I think is the real deal. And anything you do to see this kid, go for it.
I like Joey B. There you go.
Because I'll tell you right now, Joe Burrow will surpass anything Peyton Manning's done in the NFL.
Oh,
Patrick Mahomes will surpass probably anything Tom Brady's done in the NFL.
that's goody. That's goody take.
Both those two will be GOATs of all time, and it's good to see it in our lifetime to see GOATs over and over.
I agree.
You know who's in Josh Allen's nightmares is Joe Burrow.
He is right now.
He's also in his daymares.
Oh, jeez.
He wakes up and he still sees them. All right, guys.
Look at that.
Have a wonderful
All
day
white.
today.
All right,
And like Steve said, we will see you guys Saturday. It's going to be a fun conversation on Saturday. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to get into outside of game talk. But I'm sure we're going to bring the energy just because we all hate each other. Love you guys and have a wonderful week.
God bless you guys. Bye.